everybody. This is Rebecca Jane from yogawithrebeccajane.com. Welcome to this 30-minute practice. This is our practice called Winter Wonderland. So you could see my Christmas tree. I need still a few little decorations I need to add to it. But this practice is quite beautiful because you're going to use your imagination as we do even as adults, but think back when we were children we had this massive imagination. Everything we were living in our imagination. So when I think of Christmas, I think of this time of the year, I always feel you kind of go back into your childhood, trying to relive it to some degree. So this practice is called Winter Wonderland, which I will take you through many different postures, like the reindeer. We'll keep coming back to the snowflake, and the snowflake is where your arms are wide, and that will be our kind of go-to. We keep coming back to that shape rather than arms straight up above us, but also to the sides. We'll become Christmas trees. We'll ski through the forest. So I'm gonna pick the forest because I think that's the ideal spot to imagine. But if there's some place else you prefer to imagine, then feel free. So we're going to start with sitting. You could either sit in a cross-legged or sit on your knees. And let the eyes gently close as we enter into this wonderland, winter wonderland. And I want you to imagine yourself sitting on the ground, or maybe somewhere else. Maybe you're sitting on a blanket, and then there's snow on the ground, and it's snowing. And you could feel the snow falling on your cheeks, melting as soon as the snow touches them. You're warm and cozy. You're not cold at all. It's quiet, tranquil. You can hear the birds. You can hear the squirrels running around. The rabbits. Let's start to deepen the breath. And then let's inhale, let's open up the arms into that shape of a snowflake. And then let's exhale, bring the hands behind your back, interlace, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and you're lifting your head upwards so you feel the snow on your face, touching your face as it drops. And then bring your arms back up into that snowflake. And then bring your hands forward on the ground and let yourself soften down, forward bend. Just a gentle softening. And then inhaling, lifting back up, reaching the arms up into that snowflake. And then bring the arms in front and cross your left arm over your right and give yourself a hug, warming yourself up. Eyes can be closed for a good majority of this class. Give yourself that hug. And then bring your elbows down towards your navel. And then inhale through the center up towards to the sky. Looking up in your mind's eye. Winter Wonderland. Just even saying those words has this effect. Being soothed, where there's peace. Let's inhale, come back to center with the elbows. Let's open the arms wide, up again. And then bring the hands back behind you. Interlace with the unfamiliar interlace. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift your heart, lift your chin. And then inhale, back up again, stretching through those arms. And then this time bring your right arm on top of the left and give yourself that hug. Taking an inhale, elbows in front of your shoulders, and then lift them up to the ceiling, and then, lift them up to the sky, and then to your navel. Lift up to the, we're in the forest, right? Lifting up and then lowering. What a time of the year. No matter what religion you are, right? It's such a beautiful time of the year. Let's bring the hands back to your thighs. Take a pause here. Breathing in. And breathing out. Feeling it. Let's gently come onto our hands and knees. And then press back into a child's pose, arms nice and long, or let the arms soften next to your legs, as if you're a snowball. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then let's inhale, bring your arms forward, but come onto those forearms. Slide your knees slightly back, then onto the crown of your head. This is called a rabbit. You're scampering along in the snow. Crown of the head on the ground. You feel free to roll your head from side to side if you'd like. And let's take an inhale and let's sit back on our heels. Let's lift off our heels and lift up. Open the arms into that shape of a snowflake. And then hands behind your back. Make fists right in the divot of your lower back and squeeze the elbows in. Take a deep breath in. And then gently, as you exhale, push your hips forward. And then lift your arms back up, snowflake. And then lower the hands back to the ground, into your rabbit, onto your forearms. Crown of the head touches down. Your arms are your ears. Winter Wonderland. And then slide your bottom back to your heels all the way up to off of those heels. Open the arms, snowflake. Bring the hands back behind you. Make a fist. Press your hands into that lower back. Squeeze. Maybe you can go a little bit further back. And then lift the arms up. And this time come all the way down onto all fours. Curling toes under, downward facing dog. So your dog's playing in the snow. You're going to bend and straighten the legs, swaying those hips from side to side. And then let's re-straighten those legs. Bring the feet closer together to actually touching. Take your right leg, reach it up to the sky as if you want to touch the tree just above you. And then keep your right leg straight. Just bring it behind your left leg. And you're going to make a V with your big toe and the next toe over and place it right on that Achilles tendon of that left foot. And press your heel down. Taking an inhale and exhaling. And then you can stay where you are or come into a plank with the foot still on that Achilles tendon. Press your heel back and then lift back up into downward facing dog. Take that right foot and place it next to your left. Take a few little bends and straightens of the legs, swaying from side to side. You can feel the snow now falling on your back. It's not a heavy snow, it's very light. And then coming back to straight legs, walk the feet in so they touch, and left leg lifts up to the sky. Touch that tree branch with that left leg. And then float it right behind your right foot. Make that little V with those toes and place on the Achilles tendon. Press the heel down. And then inhale. This is only an option. Some of you, that might not work for you. You can keep the foot on your heel and then come into a plank. And then press back up. And then take that left foot, place it next to your right. Open the feet hip distance. Do a few little bends and straightens. If this gets tiring on your wrists, take a child's pose in the snow. And then coming back to stillness, straightening those legs. Take a deep breath in, look forward, take a gentle walk to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Take your opposite hand, opposite elbow. Open the feet wide. And just shake your head no, shake your head yes. So your feet are as wide as the mat. Sway from side to side. So you can actually feel the snow on the ground. It's soft, powdery. And then lower the hands to the ground, bend the knees, and roll all the way up to standing. Once you come to standing, walk those feet in hip distance. And then I'm going to turn and look at you. You're going to take your heels together, toes out. Your arms are in front. This is a snowman. I feel like this actually feels like a ballerina, right? But this is a snowman in our Wonderland, in our world. Take an inhale and exhale. I want you to bend the knees and then straighten. And bend. So you're this snowman out of the blue. You just see a snowman. Some children had just finished making it. And then you're getting into the out of hips here. And then lift back up. And then come on back down. And then from here, I want you to lift your arms up into that snowflake. Open the arms wide. And then open the feet hip distance. And then then bring your hands back behind you. Make those fists. Place it right there in the divot of your back. And then squeeze shoulder blades. Take an inhale. And exhale, push the hips forward. Breathing in. And breathing out. And then let's inhale. Arms reach up, snowflake. And then just turn your body to the long end of the mat. And then bring the hands down for a moment. So what we're doing here is your feet are hip distance. Wider than your hips. They're not hip distance. Arms lift up. This is snowflake. And what we're going to do here is we're going to take an inhale. And then exhale, lift right leg up, fall in snowflake. And then you're going to lower that right foot down. And then left leg, lift it up. So we're falling to the left side. And then to the right. Keep that standing leg soft, the knee. One more time, and then to lift your right leg up and pause here for a moment. See if you can go a little bit deeper, a little bit falling over a little bit more, and do some pulses. Yes. And then lower that right foot down. Left leg lifts. Lean over a little bit more, just as if you're just about to fall, and then pulse. Your left leg doesn't have to be straight here. And then lower your left foot down. Turn back to the front of the mat. Lift the arms up into that snowflake. Open up the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Step back, downward facing dog. Taking an inhale. And an exhale. Lower the knees to the ground. Sit back on your heels. Just take a pause here. Hands on the thighs. Resting for a moment. Sitting in that snow. Breathing in. And breathing out. peaceful, calming. And then come back to all fours. Curl the toes under. Downward facing dog. Take a little leap or step or walk to the front of the mat. Feet are hip distance. Let's lift all the way up. Sweep the arms up to the sky into that shape of the snowflake. And then bring your arms in front of you. Make a fist as if you have. We're going to go skiing, so you have your ski poles in your hands. Feet are hip distance, and you're going to bend the knees and bring the arms back behind you. You don't have to go too deep, or you could. You can go much deeper, and then reach the arms up. You can keep the knees bent. If you need to straighten them every so often, that's fine. But otherwise, stay here. You're skiing. Cross-country skiing. So now we're starting to see more of the forest, the winter wonderland. Sit down a little bit deeper. And then one more time, then lift up tall. Let's sweep arms up. Take your hands behind your back again. Make those fists. Press into the lower back, lift your heart. Breathing in and breathing out. And then lift your arms up to the sky. Bring your right leg into a 90-degree shape. It's a stag here. We call it a stag, or I think it's called a stag. Maybe it's my word. And then I want you to step your right foot back into a high lunge. So here we are now. We're reindeers. Arms reach up to the sky. Take your thumbs and place them right on the temples, your temples. Fingers are spread. Taking an inhale and exhale, leaning forward. Straight spine. And then inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower, as if you're bowing. So you're flying through the air. You're a reindeer flying through the air. Now we're going to take an inhale, arms lift to the sky. Lower that right knee down. You can put something underneath that knee if you need to. Taking a twist, right elbow on the left thigh. Make a fist with that right hand, left hand on the fist. Take a deep breath in and then twist. You are a reindeer taking a little rest, little stretch from the long travels, all that flying. And then place the hands, framing that left foot. Slide your right knee back a little bit and fold over your left leg. Now you're getting some food. And feel free to take your left foot to the left, then to the right, and then to the left, and then to the right. Flatten your left foot back into your lunge, curl back toes under, lift it back up into your lunge. Step forward into that stag. Now I'm going to just turn and face you. You can stay where you are. That leg is lifted, and you're going to place your left foot inside your left thigh, or on the ankle, or on the calf. Hands at heart center. Tree. We're a Christmas tree. I'm going to stand back so you can see what this looks like. The hands together. The point of the tree are your fingers, the top of your tree. We can hold our trees much longer in this shape with the hands closer to the body. And then bring your hands back to your heart center, lower your right foot down. Take an inhale, sweep arms up to the sky. Let's exhale, forward fold. Let's step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Just take a nice little stretch here. Knees down, lower down onto your bellies, and then inhale, opening up the front of the body into your cobra. It's only one cobra, one vinyasa in this class. And then lift back up, downward facing dog. Take a little leap or walk to the front of the mat once you're there. Take an inhale and exhale, roll yourself back up. Reach the arms up to the sky into that snowflake. Stretch, open up that heart. Bring them behind your back. Make those fists. Breathing in and gentle pressing into that lower back. This creates, just by touching your lower back like this, it has a calming effect on the nervous system. Come up nice and tall. So now we're doing the other side. So left knee lifts, arms reach up. And then step back into your high lunge. Soften down. So we're reindeers getting ready to fly in this wintry wonderland. Arms reach to the sky. Bring those thumbs right on the temples, palms open. Take an inhale and exhale, leaning forward. And then lifting up. So make sure the spine is long. Unless you have back issues, most of us can do this. But you might not even come. If you have back issues, then just draw the tummy muscles in and round. Lifting up. Taking one more deep breath in and arms sweep up into that snowflake. Lower the left knee down. Take your left elbow outside of your right knee. Make a fist with that left hand. Right hand on the fist. And twist. Taking a break from all that flying. Inhaling. The snow continues to fall. But again, not too heavy, just enough. And then place the hands framing that right foot. Slide your left knee back. Fold over that right leg. Taking a little, eating some, what do they eat? Take your right foot to the right, some grasses that are peeking out of the snow. So just take your foot from side to side. Rebend your right knee. Curl the back toes under, lift up, take an inhale, and then exhale, step left foot up. And then place it inside your right thigh. Arms lift into that Christmas tree, fingers touching, breathing in. It's a gorgeous Christmas tree. Christmas trees all over this forest. And here you are. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Lower that foot down. Arms reach up into that snowflake. Exhale, forward fold. Step back into a downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up to the sky. Step right knee inside your right wrist. Pigeon. So we're a bird sitting on a branch, perched. Slide your left foot back. Bring your fingertips on the ground and lift up nice and tall. Opening up your chest, letting the hips, the pelvis sink to the ground. And then come onto forearms. Some of us might not be able to get that low. That's fine. Stay up. Maybe make 2 fists with each hand and place one fist on the other and forehead on the fist, or lower your forehead touching something. So imagine the bird shaking its head, ruffling its feathers, shaking off the snow. And then now just lift back up and come onto your right hip and swing your legs, left leg over your right. Coming into, I'm going to just spin around so you can see what it looks like. Coming into your cow face. Now you can straighten your bottom leg if this does not work for you and you can't get both sit bones on the ground. Take hands on your top of your knee, on your feet, or in front and fold forward. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then coming back up, swinging your left leg back into your downward facing dog. And then lift your left leg up to the sky. Bring your left knee inside your left wrist. Slide your right leg back. Coming onto those fingertips, take an inhale, lift the heart. And then coming down, this is a hip opener. The bird sitting on the branch, eating a berry that is just picked off a tree. And then come onto your left hip and swing your legs over your left leg. Bottom leg straight if that needs to happen. If it's just not going to work for you, take an inhale and exhale, fold forward. Or you can wrap those arms around the top of that knee. That actually feels really nice. So you're the bird resting for a moment after it's just eaten. It's taking a pause. Feels tummy is full. And then lift back up, and this time just uncross those legs. Bring your feet towards the front of the mat. Lift your knees up, coming into a sleigh or a sledge, whatever part of the world you're in. And knees are bent, and then maybe the hands reach out a few inches from the body. Lift up tall, maybe the legs straighten. And then we're going to lower down. You could come all the way down or hover for a moment and come back up, depending on the strength of your core. So you're sledging down the hill, sleighing down the hill, come all the way down. One more time, lower down, and then plant the feet, plant the head. Stretch the arms. Open the arms into an angel, snow angel. Feel free, if you have space, to make a few little snow angels. Now you can see why it's good for your body to do this, isn't it? And then bring the legs back together. Hug your knees into your chest. Let the knees drop to the right. Allow the left arm to stretch out to the side. Spinal twist. And then pick your knees back up, give yourself a hug. This is our snowballs. And then knees to the left. Right arm out to the side. And then lift your knees back up, one last hug. And then you're going to extend your left foot to the left corner. Right to the right. Resting in your snow. But you have a snowsuit on, you're comfortable, you're warm. You're doing your shavasana with the snow floating down onto your face, onto your arms, onto your legs, melting as soon as it touches you. Let the breath begin to, let the breath exhale through the mouth. Allow the lower back to sink into the snow, the soft snow. Winter Wonderland. And you stay where you are for another few minutes, and I will come up to seal our practice. A series of wintry, festive yoga themes, yoga practices, which will bring us back into our childhood, into moments of joy and tranquility. So taking this whole idea of Christmas, of gifts, more so into the actual spirit of it. So no matter what religion you are, we all can experience the Winter Wonderland. And as I bring my hands in front of my heart to seal this practice, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe, thumbs up, comment below. Namaste, everyone.